Welcome back, Green Kenobi here with another live stream. Now I'm sorry, the previous one I got disconnected and all that. I do apologize. But I'm here for the Black Rose second special. And this is a train episode. And there is one more part after this. And y'all are gonna be like, oh, the series is coming to its end, its conclusion. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Initially, I could technically break it off into two parts, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it good minimum. I'm gonna give you all about a guess. It's gonna be about an hour long, or over an hour long by the most. It's a series I've taken enjoy in. I've enjoyed this series so much. Like, it's very rare sometimes for some of my series to get some love. And I appreciate y'all that do love this series. I love doing it, and it's coming to its conclusion with part 11. Technically could be part 13 because if you count the specials, which do not really connect with the timeline, but still do. Which I do appreciate all of y'all's support on this. It means a lot. In fact, you're getting 3 pieces of content from the series today. Episode 10, the Black Rose short, explain how much I appreciate y'all's support, and a special. Like, if this wasn't planned, I don't know what was. Because truth be told, I didn't plan to have the short released today. It was supposed to release earlier, but little happy accidents, I like to say. Now, I do want to say to Dragon, it's good to see you part of the live stream. Oh yes, I know there's far too many, but I was just getting into the tournament. We've got 10 candidates now. I did add your what if idea, by the way. Now, I'm going to go over the 2 new ones of this tournament. And that is, what if All Might was in Baki? This was suggested by my friend Howling Melody. And this one is going to be a very short series, because I'm going to have to watch Baki before I get to this bracket. So, yeah. And it's probably going to be no more than 2 to 3 parts long, even though I'll go through the entire story on the live stream. I'll get into that later. And also, your what if. Where what if Deku had the, Shengon Wu. Now, I'm not going to use all of them. I am going to have a list of the names, but now, only right now, for the tournament, only 1 round is set in stone. The rest of this could change. Right now, in bracket A, the only one set in stone for the tournament at the moment is, what if female Deku was Surge, and what if female Deku was Derpy? That's the only solid round. That will be the first I do. It's in bracket A. I'll start there. Sorry, bit of a throat. Yes, he will have martial arts, don't worry. But I do want to go over something during the tournament. So, if y'all don't know, I'm going to be doing, at first I thought I was going to let y'all vote for which what if goes on for the first beginning rounds. But then I thought of something more interesting. Theoretical fights between the characters. So basically, I would have, get the stats, their abilities, their intelligence. I would learn all that. And I would set up an audio fight to where the 2 characters would fight each other. That's what it looks like right now, what I'm going to be doing for round 1. For round 1s, really, because we're going round 1 of A bracket. There will be round 2, which will be, so far, the Sun Jinwoo, or Sun. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but y'all get where I'm coming from. So, if that is a good idea and you want me to keep that idea to where there's theoretical fights, because it will add an extra layer of like, ooh, who's gonna win this? Oh, wait, we're not voting, we get to see something like this? I thought it would be interesting. So, y'all can tell me if you like that idea or not. Because I thought it was more of an interesting idea than to let y'all vote. Although y'all do have say in this and all that. But I thought it would be a fair way to just solve the fights, and I'm not going to be biased on some of this. I promise I'll be honest, and I'm not gonna play favorites. I'm going off pure stats, abilities, etc. So that's how I'm doing it. Well, that should wrap up the explanation of how I'll be doing the first section of the tournaments. Or, sorry, tournament. And just a few moments, we'll get right on into the What If Deku was raised by the Grimm Black Rose series. So, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. Yeah. Hold up. No, if you have any questions about the tournament or about this series, y'all free to consistent. Yes, technically it'd be something similar to a Mortal Kombat voice fight, except there's fighting, there'll be broken terrain, there will be descriptions of stuff, pretty much. Hey, welcome back, Aiden. I believe that is pronounced right. If I am not, I am going to. I'll get that later. And hello there. If you don't know, I'm hosting a tournament for What Ifs. We currently have 10 candidates where you get to send in your What If idea. The ones I'm familiar with is My Hero, Ruby, and Black Clover for the most part. So, if you want to send in an idea to join the tournament as well and have your chance to be, well, there's going to be like a wall at the end of the tournament for the winner where it'll have basically the thumbnail and the person that recommended the story's name. And it will pretty much be immortalized on my channel. So if Dragon wins this, well, his thumbnail for the story, which would be the Shingon Wu, would be there, and I'm just using you as an example for right now. So, what in the world? Sorry. Oh, you were trying to sound like an announcer from Mortal Kombat. Okay, I see. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Or is it you want me to sound like an announcer for Mortal Kombat? Like, let me do an example. Adam's throwing the right hook, left hook, as Ruby's dodging to the left, dodging to the right, something like that. I'm gonna be doing it my own thing. Like, I'm going to try to announce it the best I can with descriptions and all that. And I have to say this. Oh, thank you for liking the channel. I will say this. The speculated time for episode 1 of the tournament is speculated to be 3 hours long at the moment. Which is a long time frame. Because I'm doing the entire story. No, not one, but 2 stories for the entire thing. I understand you're trying to like sound the announcer. I will do my own thing for that. Now, the tournament, is going to be a very fun project. And as I've said, it's going to be probably episode 1 is going to be about 3 hours long. And I've already decided, and I guess I could show you the thumbnail of round 1, but I'm going to keep that a secret until I start the tournament and we get more people. Because when this series released on my channel as an episode is going to be the last day of submission for What Ifs. So, yeah. And if I put like certain What Ifs in bracket D, like down here with Cartoon Cat, it means I don't have a very good understanding of the character. The only exception is Ark, because I have some experience in Ark, and the guy explained it to me, so yeah. The person that submitted it, so hey, gotta thank you, Darren. And you don't want to know something funny? You know the made-up character Darren of this series? Apparently, I named it after one of my subscribers unintentionally. And when I figured that out, I was laughing to myself. Because I did not mean to. Ooh, a Mass Effect crossover to RWBY. I've never played Mass Effect, that's why it's in category D. If I should, let me know. I may have to think about playing it in the future. If I remember, Axolotl something is the one to submit that one. It's Bionics, but if I would do a crossover for Mass Effect, I would severely wait until I play the game for that one. Like, if I turn down a what if idea, it's not because I want to. It's because I don't know enough information. And right now, category D, if we take a look, has about, 7 more slots? No, not 7. 5 slots, sorry. 5 slots left. And each one of those I'm going to do major research on. So, the reason if you're in D, that's why. But I promise I'm taking my time on this. In fact, you'll most likely probably get a tournament episode probably once a week, because that's how long it's going to take me. And I'm not releasing any of the parts I make during the live stream, because I will be cutting off the stories I do for round 1 into parts, just to post on the channel for time and all that. Commando. Or Commander. What's the zany crossover idea? Sorry, I don't understand, what's the zany crossover idea? No, I've already made a rule. You don't have to worry. I've already made a rule into the what if where you can only submit 1 for a tournament. And I say this because, Commander Shepard from Call of Duty. Commander Shepard, the betrayal. Sorry. A bit of a Call of Duty when it comes to the old Call of Duty games. I loved it. But there's a Commander Shepard of Mass Effect. Ooh. What I'm hearing from the comments right now is I need to play Mass Effect. Now, I would definitely consider doing it, but the only reason I'm doing Bionics is because there are abilities. If I knew more about Mass Effect, I would consider adding what if Deku was Commander Shepard, but I know nothing about the character. And I'm feeling like if it's like a main character or something from Mass Effect, and if y'all suggest I play it, let's wait until I play Mass Effect. Because I think that would be more interesting that I learn the character first. Because if I go in and do this idea, I don't want to do this half-made, like with half the knowledge, because some people will get mad because I don't know the full story. The bionic stuff I can do because they're powers, abilities. I can learn those. But when it comes to characters, if I don't know them completely, some people have tendencies to be a little bit judgy. And I understand, you watch a character, you expect it to be this, and you're looking at a guy that has no idea what he's doing, and he's doing your story. I don't like to be that guy. I like to be the person that knows the information and can actually make a good story out of your ideas. Because if I know nothing, I will do research. For instance, I'm going to be binge watching Baki for the tournament. Both shows of Baki. Which is going to take a lot of time. Yes, character research is very important. Now, if you want to go ahead and... Like, you haven't actually submitted an idea, I don't think. So if you want to submit a What If Deku, What If Ruby idea, you can. Like, we only have one Ruby idea. Now, do I agree the Commander Shepard in Mass Effect is a good idea? Most definitely. I just need to find out who the character is, do my research, and a lot. Character and multiple choice story. You know what? I've had a lot of Mass Effect ideas lately. Like, this is like the second or third idea that I've been run by about Mass Effect. So, y'all have inspired me. I'm going to try to do Mass Effect on a live stream one day. Because I really want to find out who this Commander Shepard is. If it's like anything like Commander Shepard from Call of Duty, the backstabber. Sorry. Definitely find it interesting. But I gotta say, I will play Mass Effect, and I most likely will save your idea of, like, what series you want to have, like, the Commander in. I will note that down for later. I don't think that one will make it into the tournament, because I already have so much research that needs to be done. But I'll keep that idea in mind. Because I don't think I can, with the amount of research I have to do right now, and not knowing the game. Oh yeah, I know he's not like Commander Shepard from Call of Duty. I know he's nothing like that. Guarantee he's very different. Because every character that has the same name could be different in many ways. So you want Commander Shepard to be in Ruby. Okay. Now, if I were to do it now, without knowing anything, I would feel really guilty. Because, one, not trying to make you feel bad. I honestly think it's a great idea. I just need to do research, maybe play the game, because I've gone out of the way to play some games to do what ifs. For instance, I'm playing Undertale for this one person's recommendation that has me playing Undertale and Deltarune, just so I understand the abilities. So, do I agree that's an amazing idea I'll save for later? Most definitely. Can I get into this tournament? Not at the moment. I do apologize. Now, let me look at this Commander Shepard first thing to see what I'm looking forward to. is the main character in Mass Effect video game series by BioWare. The player can choose the character's name, all that, da da da. So you're asking me to be the main character, to have the main character. I still say this seems like something I need to play to understand. Will I be doing this on a live stream? As soon as I can figure out when I can, I will definitely try. But nope. I will definitely attempt. I'm most likely like Mass Effect is mostly like interspace thing. Space, yeah. I'll definitely give this a try, and most likely do it next year, probably, because this tournament is going to have me busy. I will definitely have to play this game. I will definitely get it and play it, because it seems like a very interesting game. But could I do it with the information I have right now? Because when it comes to a game series, like Mass Effect, it is space. Thank you. When it comes to like a game series, unless it's something I'm knowledgeable in, I will usually try to play the game first before doing a what if about it. Now, the only reason I made an exception for a few is their powers and their monsters. And I get a brief description and know their abilities and a bit of backstory. Okay, so when he crash landed, okay, I'm definitely going to need to play the game to know his squad and all that, if you want that. So I'll just say this to probably end this portion of the conversation here. Not meaning to discourage you. I do plan to play Mass Effect. You have me interested now. So I will definitely try to play Mass Effect. And I will save your idea of what if Commander Shepard crash landed in Ruby with his squad. That's squad, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's squad. What if Commander Shepard and his squad landed in Ruby? That will be the title of your what if idea. That I will keep for maybe next tournament, or I may do it within the variation time period before the next tournament. But if you want to try like another idea, send in. I'll keep that one in mind. In fact, let me write it down right now. Oh wait, there's 2 games of this? Oh. So you want me to play Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 2 Squad. Okay, be very careful when you do Star Wars, because I do fear what the mouse may try. Like, I have a Star Wars idea that is called the Enforcer. Oh, Ruby and Halo? Oh, I know Halo. I know a lot about Halo. I will say I've noted your idea down. So it looks like I'm gonna be playing through 3 games. Okay. Noted. I will see what I can do. I will get Mass Effect 1 and try to play it. Will I be playing it during the time of the tournament? Probably not, because I have to prepare for the rounds. But you have me interested? I could definitely do something with Master Chief. Like, you want Deku to be Master Chief, you want Master Chief to crash land in Ruby, you want him to crash land in... Nope. I'm knowing your idea for the tournament down. What if Master Chief landed in Ruby? Oh, Aiden, I do, suggest you comment to me, just so I can remember to get the name later down the road of the person that recommended this. So just comment after this live stream or something about that. Yes, I would definitely follow the Master Chief into Halo Aurora. Or Auroras. I hope I'm saying that right. Y'all are bringing back so many memories. I played, what was it, Halo... I want to say I played Halo 3 a long time ago, when I was younger with the Flood. I absolutely loved that game. Like, I had beaten it, like, I made a habit of beating games, a few game series actually, believe it or not. I beat most of all of the old Call of Duty games at least twice. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah. Um. Ooh, the U.S. Infinity ship. Hold up. I gotta keep that for the idea. I gotta keep that. I need to keep that fresh in my mind. Because I think I know how he's gonna enter now. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna be working on a thumbnail for this as soon as this live stream's over with. And don't worry, I plan to re-update this, so you'll probably see this. I'm gonna post on my community page, the new standing. Noble Six. Oh, I love that character. Love playing as him. Eh. To be fair, I like to keep my distance when fighting. Noble Six is definitely another good idea. He's a Black Ops unit. His team basically all got, well, we know how he ended. If I was going to do that one, I think it would be either reincarnated or teleported into Ruby if I do Noble Six. So, I gotta say, this live stream is coming up with ideas. And we now have Master Chief as one thumbnail I need to add to, well, my list. And I think I'm going to make section 3, which is, or sorry, category 3, all the Ruby ideas for the most part. So it seems we have 3 Ruby ideas. What if Weiss was a Faunus? What if female Deku was an Inquisitor, or sorry, Enforcer? Noble Team? Okay, I think I can do Noble Team. It'll take me a while to memorize the names, but that's definitely gonna... I'm doing... Man, y'all giving me ideas like no tomorrow today. Alright. So, any actual questions? For before we get on with the actual episode, I plan to make this one a bit of a murder mystery. So, yes, very interesting. So, man, it's been 30 minutes of just going on a conversation talking about games and what ifs in the tournament. So, I really should get to this. So, any actual questions before I actually start with the Black Rose kind of murder mystery special episode? Also taking place on a train, bear note. The thumbnail. Can you give, you know what, go ahead, shoot it at me. Last one. No more what ifs till after we're done with the story, though. Go ahead, shoot it. Let's see what you got. Hello? Well, I'll wait for that to pop up. Let's get started into the what if. Oh wait, popped up right before I was about to start. Okay, what if Asta had the power of the Tosa from Bion? Give me a minute. Oh, okay. I'm noting that one down. That is actually a very old show. Sorry for me to be quiet. I'm just noting your idea down. Oh, this one comes in the comics. Alright. Again, y'all have given me, like... Y'all have given me, like, 4 ideas here. One of which will make it onto the tournament. Because you do deserve one in there. Oh, we're talking red versus blue. Oh, I loved red versus blue. But I really need to get on with this before I just get caught up in another 30 minutes of just chit-chatting with my community. Which isn't a bad thing, necessarily, because, hey, love to communicate through live streams with y'all. Some of you have, and I'll say this again, and I cannot get enough, or say enough of this. Y'all have amazing ideas. Now, if I cannot always make it the way some of y'all see it, my brain doesn't think like everyone else's. I try to make it unique. So, I do apologize if I can't make it to the best of my abilities. Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started because, well, I need to. What if Ruby was raised by the Grimm, also known as the Black Rose series? The second special. We start this what if with Ruby still unconscious from the last episode after losing one of her precious Grimm known as freeze or frost. She is in a very emotional state. They had captured Adam, and John was currently being tagged along. As well, Darren, who had captured Adam, shakes Ruby. Ruby, wake up. Huh? What is it? We're going to a train station to take us to Atlas. What about Mother and the rest of the Grimm? They can make their way there through walking, but we're going to need a faster way of transportation to get to Atlas, especially for what I have planned. Really? Yes, and it needs for, well, technically only 3 of us, as I look at John. Why are y'all looking at me? Because I need Adam for my plan. Okay. Now, of course, they get to the station, they get off, and go on towards the station. As John is staying out in the rain, as he had gotten his weapon back. Darren was holding, well, Adam's sword. Why am I staying out in the rain? 1, because you have your weapons back. 2, do you want to guard this prisoner? No, I'm good. As the train would pull up, why are we keeping Adam around again? I need him for my plan, Ruby. Can you just deal with it? You can do whatever you want later. You can't help a person out, Darren. After all, we used to be friends. That was a long time ago. Yeah, when you were part of our Faunus Black Op group. No need to discuss about that right now. As Ruby's listening in. Huh? Black Op group. As the train would arrive, as first goes Ruby, John, Adam, and then Darren. As they would get on the train, as they go take their seats. As we could hear a few, seats forward as Nora and Ren are there. Hey, Ren, do you know when we'll see John again? After all, it's been like months. Where do you think he's off to? I don't know. We haven't had talked to John in a while, though. We've tried calling him, but he won't respond on a scroll. I wonder what he's up to. Well, it's none of our really business. As we go to the next cars, we see Yang, Blake, and Ruby. Or wait, no. Yang, Weiss, and Blake. As they're also wondering about John. So any of y'all know where John went? Yang says as she's eating food. Well, at least eat a little bit more civilized. After all, you're eating a lot of stuff as she's just basically stuffing her face. Well, it doesn't matter. He probably went home. He's probably not cut out for this anyway, Weiss says. As they would just go on some chit-chatter as we go back to, Ruby, John, Adam, and Darren. As, John would see Ruby's weapon come turning as he would duck his head. Not this time, as Ruby's weapon would hit the side of the, seat where John was staying. As he raised his head after Ruby moved her weapon. Not today, as then he would get hit in the back of the head by Adam. With his shoulder. This would scoff. Try again. As he sits in his seat. As, Adam sits next to John, and Darren sits next to him with Adam's weapon. Why do I have to be tied up? As he's still tied up. Because you're a prisoner. Can't old pals just be old pals and bygones be bygones? Unfortunately, no. After we're done with this, I'm letting Ruby do whatever she needs to do with you. As he looks over at Ruby, who's giving him the death glare. Like, as soon as we're done, you're dead. Fair point. As we see Ruby lean towards the window as she's just watching the rain fall. As they're moving forward on the train, as the train's been moving for a little while, we actually see something jump on top of the train. We can't make it out, but something is obviously on top of the train. Now, after a few minutes of the track's moving, Ruby gets up. I'm done with dealing with y'all's chit-chat as Adam, Darren, and John have just been talking. Come get me in a little bit. Where are you going, Ruby? I'm simply going on a walk. As she gets up and walks. So may I please leave? As Darren and Adam look at each other. Last I checked, I wasn't keeping you here. Wait, I'm free to go? Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't keeping you here. Finally, as he would get up, as the train would then just hit something as John just falls flat on his face, hitting the ground. I had to pause it. What do you mean by why no capture? Did I miss something? Why no capture? Like, Adam got captured in part 10 released today. Did I forget something or did I mess something up already? Like, I don't think I did. Oh, you were asking. Okay. Like, I thought y'all were asking that question towards me. Yeah, I know. Anyway, back to the story. As John had just hit basically the wooden floor. Ow. As he gets up and just fixes his nose. What is with my luck? As he would simply just walk right by Nora and, Rin. As they would see him. Hey, John, is that you? As he would look back over. Nora, it's been a while. And Rin. Hey, where have you been? I've just been on a wild goose chase for some odd reason. As he looks over and just sees Darren giving him the glare. You better not spill anything. As he's like, I was just wandering the country. I was looking for something. Oh, that's cool. Well, anyway, you want to sit with us? Sure thing. As John would end up staying with Nora and Rin. Blake, Weiss, and Yang would make their way into that car. As they would walk by and see John. Hey, John, it's been a while. As John would look over. Yang, is that you? Yep. As she would get out fist bump as they would fist bump. So you didn't go home. So where were you? Weiss asks. Oh, I was just traveling looking for a certain object. As Blake noticed the sweat. As then she looks in the direction where John was glancing his eyes. And sees a red-haired person and a brown-haired person. As Yang's about to go get a closer look, there's another bump in the car, causing people to grab their balance. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but we apparently do have, some messed up railways right now. As Yang would go back to the group, as they would sit down and chat. So, what exactly have you done? And how did you get away from Beacon when it was attacked? Well, I simply just ran for the hills. I guess that's the saying. I just kind of just ran to get out of there. As then we just see someone drunk come in here, all drinking alcohol. So what are y'all kids doing? Uncle Crow, what are you doing here? What, a person can't have a drink? As then Darren sticks his head out. Oh great, it's the Crow Hunter. I better not let Ruby see him. As the lights then would just flicker in the cabin. Hey, what happened? As we go to this mysterious something on the roof. As Ruby's just simply, well, seems to be rubbing her eyes. Why is it that I get these strange... As she would get a vision of like two beings for a second before she blinks. That's new. As then she feels water fall onto her shoulder. As she looks up and sees something. As then lightning would struck. As we go back to Darren, Adam, the whole group, pretty much. As they would hear a scream from another car. As all of them would go over. As the attendants there. As we see an unconscious Ruby on the ground. As all of them are, wandering over. As it's seemingly like there's blood on the ground and all that. Just catch up, by the way. Just for reference. As, who killed this person? As then Crow would come over. I guess it's now a detective game. So who last saw her? As then, this is when Darren and Adam come over. As Blake is like, Adam? As she grabs her weapon. As Darren's like, hey, no reason to get into a fight after all. He's chained up. Who might you be? As he pulls out a fake license, I'm a hunter. Oh, I see, as she puts her weapon away. But we need to find out how, Ruby died. As Darren's the one that checks her pulse. As, he knows she's alive. But then she looks up at the ceiling where the skylight was before seeing something. As he decides to keep it to himself. Well, anyway, we must find the person that did this. They're obviously going to be in the car somewhere. Or carts of the train. How many passengers are on this train? Darren asks, me, y'all, and the conductor. The conductor is currently at the top of the train, so it couldn't have been him. That means it must be one of us. As they're all looking at each other. But we were all in the same car when it happened. Well, she wasn't. She wasn't, but why would a attendant of the train try to, kill someone? Makes no sense. And where were you when you found her? I was just in the restroom. Okay, what did anyone do when the lights went off? Well, we were trying to find out how to see, obviously, Weiss says. How do we know it wasn't Adam? He could have gotten out of those ropes, grabbed his sword, and went after her. Blake says, that's impossible. I had Adam's weapon the entire time. And I tied his hands up pretty good. It couldn't have been me. I was next to the, window with Ren. So we were the farthest from him, technically. That's true. What about y'all? Crow, I presume is what I heard. You were the last one to enter the car. Yeah, I was. But I'm a drunken mess. Yeah, but that still doesn't justify. You could have easily just killed her on the spot. I guess that's true. But I was too busy as she shakes over his bottle. Having a glass. And of course, Ozpin comes in. Ozpin's new form, I always forget his name, as that boy comes in. What happened? As everyone looks at him. Where were you? I was trying to see if I could get some service. Because honestly, I was asking them to turn down the AC. It was pretty cold in there. As Ozpin takes over, I can confirm for him. As Darren recognizes the voice, Ozpin? I may be able to get answers out of him for this. As lightning would struck once again. But this time, someone else goes missing. John goes missing. As everyone looks over, okay, now John's missing. What's happening? Now we go to the top of the train where John is just now unconscious. As we finally get to see our culprit. Eclipse. As he sets John right next to him, as he still leaning in, watching the events unfold, them interrogating everyone else, trying to figure out who did it. So, Oscar, you say you were going to, well, try to turn down the AC, correct? Yes, I was really cold, and Ozpin can vouch for me for that. Hold up. How would we know it wasn't you, Hunter? The name's Darren. Okay, but still, how do we know? You could have easily just used Adam's weapon, framed it on him, or your own weapon, taken out Ruby. Now, I would definitely say I would have a vouch, as that person there is also Hunter I've worked alongside with. As Crow would then speak up, yes, but what if you have ulterior motives, wanting to turn in Adam and say get the full pay? Well, me and this person have been working alongside each other for a while now. So, it cannot be me. As then the investigation would go on. As they would talk to each other, ask questions. As we go to Adam, okay, why are you interrogating me? I've literally been tied up, I don't have any weapons on me, and I've been here the entire time. Well, you're the former leader of the White Fang, so I figured you would know something. That's what you think. I have been just sitting here patiently, waiting for my turn to get off the train with Darren here. And I'm glad his companion's dead, though. She did put up quite a fight against me, taking me down. As Crow is about to go check the body, Darren would stop. As in the lights would flicker once again as lightning would strike, making a glare within the car, as Ruby's body would disappear. Is everyone shocked? Okay, who moved her body? As we go back to the roof, and now there's just Ruby is up there as well, unconscious, and so is John. Now there's even more panic. Crow tries to calm everyone down. All right, calm down, everybody. There must be a reasonable explanation for this. For instance, she could still be alive. I checked her pulse. Obviously lying for Ruby again. Still, maybe the murderer is trying to get rid of any evidence left behind. That could be true. Does this car have any surveillance? Yeah, it does. Why? Take me to the surveillance room. As everyone would go to the surveillance room, as they're just tangly crowd trying to look at the monitor. As then it would show at Ruby looking up at something, as then the footage would cut off and she'd just be laying down. Okay, it seems like the power went out at the exact time when our little culprit struck. We can't say if it was little, it was definitely a sudden attack. Yes, but they were obviously trying to do something. But why was the target... Well, what's her name? Ruby. Ruby. Why was the target Ruby? Who knows? As Darren speaks up, maybe someone from her past was trying to catch up to her? Like a foe from a long time ago? That's the only thing that comes to mind. Yes, but we're the only ones on the train. As they go back to the car, as then Adam looks at the puddle that has formed, as he looks at the skylight, as then the power goes off once again, and Adam's the one to disappear. As he was actually the one who had wandered off a bit after they started getting into an argument, trying to figure out who it was. As then Blake's like, "Where's Adam?" As they look over and they don't see Adam. "See, I told you it was him." That's not true. We still have no idea where Adam is. He just disappeared. As then Oscar would notice, "Hey, is there supposed to be a puddle of water here?" As they would see the puddle and then they would see the open skyline. As Darren gets on top and just sees another skyline open and close at the very end. As Ruby and Josh still unconscious and Adam's just sitting there. "Great. A Grimm. I hadn't seen you before, so are you one of her Grimm, I assume?" As Eclipse just nods at Adam. "May I ask why you kidnapped me? And kidnapped them? Because I'm pretty sure she's still alive." As he responds with a yes. "Well, mind explaining?" As it seems like this Grimm forms a bit of a smile. "I guess I have my answer." As a few of them get on the roof, trying to investigate. So, he could have gotten far. They obviously used the Skyliner. But who has the keys to open the Skyliner? As then Crow would be looking at it. "This was broken, not opened." As they come over and see that the Skyliner, connecting piece was busted. So the criminal, or whoever did it, busted into the car. Precisely. Wow. They obviously have some form of strength. Maybe their semblance helped. As all of them are chit-chatting. As then Darren would look over. "Everyone duck." As everyone would duck, except Crow was like, "Huh?" As then he would just hit a concrete wall as he goes, "Vroom." As he would turn into a crow and catch up to the back of the car with a broken nose. Ah. That's what I get when my semblance is bad luck. As he would open the car to the back, as then he would get a haymaker straight to the face as he's unconscious immediately. So that is 4 missing people. So is he going to be fine? Yeah, he should catch up with us pretty soon, though. Very well. As everyone gets back into the car before someone else gets hit off. As they get back into the car, they notice that, they managed to close the Skyliner for one. I suggest we split up and look for in the other cars, because I guarantee our little culprit, or culprits, are currently hiding somewhere within the train. As Blake speaks up, "Again, what if they want us to split up?" "Fine. How many of us are there?" "Well, there is 6 of us. No, 7. Alright, guess I'll take the pink hair and black haired person. With what? Pink? Or is that hair orange? Nah, orange. Alright, let's go. As Nora and Ren would follow Darren as they're going to the, back of the train. As Yang, Oscar, Blake, and Lois go to the front of the train. So why exactly are we heading to the back of the train? Just a hunch. As they're going through the cars and all that. Alright, here's the last one. I'll check it out. Can you check the rooms in this car? Sure, as Nora and Ren check the other cars, Darren opens the back to the last car and sees nothing. Just a bunch of hay. Huh. Just a bunch of hay. As he would walk in, as Ren would come in to see if he had found anything. You find anything? No, just a bunch of hay. As Ren was looking at the hay, as then he gets grabbed and pulled into the hay. As Darren would see this, after pulling out his sword, you would then just see a faint tail swing of a Grim. Right, Eclipse. As then Nora comes in. Hey, do you know where Ren went? I don't know. I think he said he was heading back. Alright, I guess we should head back. As before Nora and Darren leave. Oh yeah, Nora, one more thing. Yeah, what is it? As then, well, he would hit her right smack dab on the head with the edge of his weapon, making her fall unconscious before tossing her in the hay. And now to make it believable, as well, Eclipse pops out of the hay with a little bit of a smirk. Go ahead, rough me up. And of course, there would be like a. Imagine this lights going off, beat down session happening as he's tossed into another car. As he's on the ground unconscious. As, well, basically Team Ruby, which is Blake, Oscar, Weiss, and Yang, end up searching for Nora, Darren, and, well, Ren. As they come across, well, Darren. As they come over and check on him, as Blake checks his pulse, he's still alive. As they lean his back up to the wall. Hey, wake up! As Yang and Blake, you know, we're gonna look back here. Y'all two, just make sure he's okay. Why do I have to stay with him? Because that's how we're doing it. As Yang and Blake go into the last car. As Darren comes around. Hey, Weiss, he's coming around. Hey, what happened? There's someone waiting in the next car to take you out. I knew it, as Weiss would just run into the next car. As Oscar turns to Ospen. You're lying, aren't you? As then he would smile before, well, grabbing something wood and just hitting Oscar on the tip of the head, knocking him out, before dragging him into a random room. And he uses the little closet in the room to, well, hide Oscar's unconscious body. Before going back and pretending to be fallen back unconscious. As Weiss comes in and just says, hey guys, as she sees both Blake and Yang are fine. What? I was told that there was supposed to be something to ambush you in this room. Wait. As they go, who's watching Darren? Oscar. As they go back, see Oscar's gone and Darren is still there unconscious. Hey, wake up. What happened? As he wakes back, or well, pretending to wake back up. Oh, it's y'all again. Who's the culprit? It's, as a giant grim, well, hand would come down, grab Darren by his collar, and then just carry him up through the Skyliner onto the roof. They're on the roof. As they would jump, as they would see, well, Eclipse, who's carrying Darren, who just simply jumps down into another car. After him, as they would try to follow, but ended up having trouble because it's raining and the top of the car is slippery. And, well, Blake not being, like, in getting wet, goes back into the car and just started running through the cars trying to find the culprit. As we would then see a Grim holding Darren as, well, Adam, John, and Ruby are still in the car that he's in now, as the Grimwolf simply cuts the line of the car, detaching from the main car, before waving away with an evil grin. Adam is still very much conscious, just witnessing all this, by the way. And that is the end of the Murder Mystery What If or What If Black Rose series. Hopefully you'll like the second special. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. That is the end of Black Rose special part 2, or second special of the series. I can't believe this series is coming to its close finale. And how do y'all like my use of, well, Eclipse in that episode? Guarantee y'all weren't expecting me to be Eclipse being the main bad guy for this special. And for y'all don't know who Eclipse is, it's a half-white, half-black Grimwolf. I wanted to do something interesting, so... Is the what's like, what, I wasn't expecting that, or what's the what's for? Like, I think I did this one pretty good. Who, Eclipse? Eclipse was more a side character I had created for this series, which serves more of a purpose for the finale of the series, to be honest. So he has a bit of a bigger role when it comes to the last episode of the series. What happens next? Truth be told, the rest of that will be in part 1, where we continue off from right where the train. And if you're asking where are the rest of the unconscious bodies, they're in the hay. I left them in the back cars. They're still there. They're still alive. They were just knocked unconscious. I wanted to do a little bit of fun with this episode. So basically, it was a murder mystery loop around, basically. Darren was helping Eclipse, because one, he didn't want Eclipse to die, because that would definitely hurt Ruby even more. No, it's like half white on one side, half black on the other. That's how it is. Do you mean capture? Do you mean like capitalize the rose in this? Because I do not know what you exactly mean. But I will say after this live stream, I will work on the thumbnail for what if Master Chief is in, well, basically came to Ruby or something like that. Oh, yeah, that was a bit of a misspelling mistake on my part. I kind of made this thumbnail a little bit in a hurry, and I forgot to fix that little error mistake in the writing to capitalize Rose. I do apologize for that. Oh, capture Oscar? Well, that wasn't their goal. Like, yes, Darren wanted to capture Oscar, but it wasn't on Eclipse's agenda. Eclipse was like, grab the people with Ruby. So all he knew was John, Ruby, Darren, and Adam. Now, why does Darren want answers? Well, that's going to be saved for the time in Atlas. The finale, which I'm going to need to find a day to make that. Now, I do love this series. This series has been one of my... If I had to do top 10 series I've made... Yeah, bonus points a little bit failed. I kind of just missed an opportunity to just kidnap Ozpin there. I did mess that a little bit up there. I will fully admit something I could have done and just missed out on. I was too adept in the story to really think on that at that point. But if I had to choose in like top 10 what ifs I have made, this has got to be at least top 2 or 3. Nothing's beating my first ever original series, the What If Deku was a Cyber Octoling. That was the thing that started this all. So nothing's beating that. That is my top number 1. But the reason I say for possibly 2 or 3, because another series I made that I like really well is What If Female Deku was Mangle, which I still need to do a chapter 3 of that series. But I definitely see where I missed an opportunity there. Now, will Neo show up? Yes. I planned for Neo to show up in the last part. Yeah, I know you were joking. I figured that when you popped that up. I just thought, like, let's play along. But anyway, thanks for the support with this series. I really gotta say, with y'all's supporting comments, I honestly didn't think I would get this series to episode 11, which is the very last part and possibly over an hour-long episode. Now, will this one be delayed? Most likely. Like, where I usually have a theme where I release it on the 3rd day, or will I have a theme with what ifs going on, I may have to break the theme when it comes to the Ruby one, because I don't know if I can get the last episode done within that time frame. I have. The student has become the master. Yes. I do want to say thank you everyone from my community, every viewer that has helped support the channel. Hey, Halo Ruby, we're doing the Master Chief. That is making it onto my tournament. It's going to be in the Ruby section. Because if I can, I will have just a category of just Ruby what ifs. But again, I'm making it fair. One person sends in their what if to do, because it's fair. Like, everyone gets an opportunity. But I gotta say, I don't know who's gonna win, because I have to have Master Chief face off against someone in the category. Because as I said, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what round 1's thumbnail is gonna look like. I thought, let's do a little bit of a sneak peek. This is what round 1 looks like. And that's all you get to see for now. But that's what round 1 thumbnail looks like. For the tournament. That is what it looks like right now. Now, for your what if, it's going to be up by the what if female Deku was an enforcer, also known as Inquisitor. And what if Whis was a Faunus and Blake's sister. It'll go right below that into the second category. Or the second section right there. Now, right now, with your added, there is currently 11 what ifs. 11. Now, hopefully we can get to 16 by the end of the schedule I have planned. Because I don't think I'm going to get 32 people to the remaining people to submit what if ideas. So I may end up doing 16 at most. Now, I was thinking of adding another one of my ideas on here, but I think that would be a little bit of a cheating by me because I have double chances to win. So I decided against it. I want to make this fair. I'm making it fair. But anyway, what really has me going right now is because I'm doing the tournament on top of my what ifs that are ongoing right now, and I've got quite a few of them. But this is a live stream based series, the tournament, for the most part. Now, there may be episodes, or like episodes of the tournament that I do specifically not on live stream. Would Halo win? Halo could very well win this, because if Halo makes it to the final, if your what if makes it to the final, like here and here, that is up to a vote for where the community decides to win. So, if yours makes it to that category, or makes it to the finale, it's up to y'all to decide who wins. Do what is needed. Embrace the darkness. Oh, don't worry. I think Isaac, for the cartoon cat, I will be embracing the darkness for that one, because he has recommended I do some things in his story. There's going to be a very lot of hatred towards, nobles. Yep, I know. Right now, my top 3 to win this is, one, I gotta put hopes on my story, because I just gotta hope I make it. The Inquisitor is one of my favorites, and I think I got 2 more, and I think I'm gonna be rooting for the Halo. I don't think the Shingon Wu is going to make it far, and I love Shingon Wu. I love the series, but unfortunately, it's not one of my picks. Sorry, Dragon. And the last one is the Alicorn one, to be honest. Because right now, at the moment, I'm predicting Alicorn to make it to either semifinals or finals for the moment. And out of C bracket, which is going to be where Halo is going to be at, the Halo what if, and I'm only thinking, like, I root for all of these. I root for all of them 100%. But if it's my opinion, the ones I really hope for the most are mainly those 4, because they're such amazing ideas. And one, I gotta give myself some credit. I'm doing something with the Sonic series. I was watching the IDWL comics for Sonic lately, so I was like, why not do a character for it? But anyway, after this live stream, I'll definitely get to making your thumbnail. Hopefully, it turns out really good. And I need to find out where it's gonna land. Why did I say land? I know where it's gonna be placed. It's gonna be placed right under the what if Whis was Faunus and Blake's sister. Hey, again, if anyone else wants to join this tournament, remember to submit your idea. Also, was it Aiden? I suggest you comment so I can get your name later down the road. To memorize for the tournament. So if you'd like to comment after this live stream or on a video, please do so. Let chaos control begin. Let the chaos control begin. The ODSTs, yes. I can tell we have big Halo Mass Effect fans in the audience, in the comment section. And I appreciate that. I love Halo. I can't really say anything about Mass Effect because I haven't played it. But if it's similar to Halo, I think I'm going to love the game. If it's similar to XCOM, I may love the game either way. Yes, I know you're referring to Halo with the ODSTs. Okay. Right now, I'm gonna ask you two in the comments. Oh yeah, I know where you were going with that. The ODSTs in Ruby. I'm gonna ask you two. Other than your what if, I don't think it's in Sonic X, but it might be. But I'm going. Other than your what if, who are you rooting for? What if are you rooting for other than your own? For mine, if I gotta go top, I gotta go the Inquisitor. I gotta go Inquisitor. I'm sorry, Inquisitor. I'm rooting for that one. But other than your own, what would you choose on this list? We've got. I'll go through the names in case y'all weren't here for the last one. What if female Deku was Derpy? What if the Star Wars one? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play that. I'm only doing one Mass Effect for this tournament because it's Bionix. It's the powers. Like, Aiden was asking me to do a what if on Commander Shepard. I would need to play the game to get more information on him, and I won't have the time to do it before this tournament starts. Because I've got to start catching up on a few things for other people. Also, welcome to the live stream. Good you can join. And feel free to suggest your idea if you want. Like, we always need someone else in the we always need another story to line up. After all, this is technically a 32 what if tournament. Is it going to get to 32? I don't think so. At most, I think 16. Which would even things out, though. It would even things out a lot. Now, I've got what you all two wanted. Like, Aiden is rooting for the Halo, or well, not the Halo. Sorry, the Star Wars. Logan seems to be supporting the Mass Effect one. And Dragon is supporting Whis as a Faunus and Blake's sister. Oh, they're both rooting for that one. Alright. I've got a feeling because I want to make those two extremely good, I may cut those series, like the C bracket with those two series I'm referring to right now, into individual parts for episodes. And this is not the bracket schedule right now. I could move stuff around. Ooh, we got what if Ruby was transferred into My Hero? Noted. I'm marking that down right now. Now I got 2 thumbnails to work on today. Truth be told, I made 2 thumbnails before this live stream. And that were the 2 that got added. Like, I do agree with y'all's ideas. Like, again, I'll say this again and again. Y'all have amazing ideas. Oh, and Logan. For y'all that recommend your what if ideas, I recommend you also comment after this live stream. That way I get to find y'all's names for when it comes to, well, when it comes to your, to the round where I go over your what if. That's what I'm getting to. Because I will like have the names pretty much for the. Okay, I don't think I can do. I think that one would just be not make really a lot of sense in my mind. The U.S. Army in Ruby. Would it be an interesting concept? 100%. The UK Army in Ruby. I'm just gonna say this. I gotta make it fair for other people to win. Like, if I throw, say, like, what I plan to do the 1v1s, like, for round 1, it's gonna be Surge versus Derpy. In a 1v1 fight, like the rest of these are gonna be with their main characters. How am I gonna have one character go up against the entire U.S. military? I seem that unless it's a really overpowered character thrown in for the what if, I feel like you win. I feel like you just win that one, bud. Like, is it a bad idea? Not really. It's actually a very interesting idea. Would I possibly be able to do it? Probably not. Maybe. If I decide. No, I already know yours. You've already commented enough. I got you. I got you for the Sanction Move 1, Dragon. I gotta agree with you, Logan. I started doing What If Rubies because I felt like I want to expand my view of stories. I wanted to expand from just doing What If Deku's, so I want to expand. Ooh, the U.S. Army versus the CIA, or well, what, CIS? Oh, CIS is Star Wars. Okay. That one would be interesting. You know, maybe I'll do that one as a... Like, I could... Y'all have me writing ideas for future videos. And I come up with ideas. Y'all are blowing my mind out with some of these ideas. You can if you want. I can also do my own research on that. And I figured you liked that series because one, your logo for your channel seems to be that. Okay, I know what you mean by 40k. You mean Warhammer 40k, correct? I know this kind of got off topic of what if story, or well, not really. It's getting more onto like, what would happen if this universe collides with this universe? I don't know. Honestly, all these would make for interesting stories, but am I ready to do like a full Warhammer 40k in Ruby? Not a chance. I know very little about Warhammer 40k. And I will admit that. I admit, about a quarter of these what ifs, when they were sent in, I knew nothing about them. I will admit that. Like, do I love the ideas? Most definitely. Every idea is pretty much a good idea unless it just answers its question there. Oh, we got a Power Rangers fan. Oh, Power Rangers. Ooh, Power Rangers in Ruby would be good. Oh, hey, Dragon's Point in reverse. It's a that'd be what if Ruby was in Warhammer 40k. Go Power Rangers. Gotta say, I'm glad you're all bringing up some old and some really good stuff. It brings back memories. In fact, I loved the Power Ranger movie. Hey, I love the old Power Rangers. Power Rangers were a very good show. Sonic was too. I love Sonic. Sonic, very good show as well. Shows. In fact, I'm in the what was it? I'm actually trying to rewatch a Sonic series right now. What's the name? What's the name? 1 second. Oh, I'm trying to rewatch Sonic X. And there's another series I plan to rewatch, and it's what? Sonic Underground, if I remember. I think I plan to rewatch both those. So, ooh, what if Ruby was transported to Naruto, but I'm not sure how that would work. Yeah, I can understand. Dragon Ball? I will admit, I've seen very little Dragon Ball. I will admit this. I've seen very little. Can I still watch it? Yes. Will it take me a while because Dragon Ball has a bunch of episodes? Most definitely. Could I sum it up if it was just Goku? Yep. Now, if this was a list of what ifs I would have to work on through the year, I would say y'all have it down that you have the list, is what I'm trying to say. But this is not really what this live stream is for, but I am interested in hearing the ideas. I could replace Aura with Chakra, you're right, Dragon, if Ruby was in Naruto. Although I guess I could chalk up to Ruby's semblance being her Kenkai Genkai in Naruto. I really hope I said that right. I think I slaughtered the name. Like, this went on for just a 23 minutes, or 27, 28 minutes, whatever, just working on the actual story, and just the rest of it talking about stories. Chit-chat with the community. I don't mind it at all. Wait, we never did Logan. Other than your story, which is, what if Ruby was transported in My Hero? Which one would you vote for? So which one would you vote for, Logan? Out of all these other than your what if, which I plan to add. And also, I'm going to say this. I'm going to release the updated version of this tonight. About, the tournament. The updated part. Oh, I did forget about her silver eyes for a moment. They do have a bunch of power. Right now we have 1 for the Inquisitor, 2 for the what if Whis was a Faunus. Like, would you like to see all the thumbnails first before you answer? Because I can bring up all the thumbnails for these series so far. If you prefer to see that before you give your answer, I'm okay with doing that. Because I can pull up all these thumbnails and show you individually what they look like. The Clone Army in Ruby. Honestly, I don't think Salem stands a chance. Oh yes, I know you've seen just the Black Rose series of now. These are just thumbnails of stories I'm going to be doing during the tournament. Now, I will say, when you see and watch some of my old stuff, my very few beginning videos, I didn't really have that good of a mic at that time. Now I say I have an okay mic. All of these are just thumbnails, by the way. None of these are actually stories done yet. I'm going to do these during the tournament. And since like 2 or 3 of you have that are watching this have never seen these thumbnails, I think I'm going to show them off anyway. The what if female Deku was Surge. This is my what if. Now this one was submitted by someone named Uchiha, which you will see that the rest of his full channel name when I do the versus video. I probably do need to capitalize some of this stuff when I think about it. It just slips the mind sometimes. Sorry, that is also what's going to be showing up during the verses. And now I just go through the list. And that is all of the thumbnails I have made so far for this tournament. You know, someone I knew said I should do a concept with Star Wars and Star Trek. The only reason I said no to that is because I can push myself right. There's a limit of stuff I can do. I would love to do a Star Trek one. Not the biggest fan of Star Trek because I never really watched it. Like, I've only seen the movies. If there's a show out there, I will try to watch it and get more information. Because I know of the Enterprise. But, that sums up most of today's, but let me go over. I have got 2 thumbnails to make, and I'm going to go over this. The thumbnails I make for this tournament that will be added are this. What if Master Chief crashed in RWBY? Alright. It seems Logan has a suggestion. No, if it comes down to the what if Weiss was Blake's sister in the finale, guarantee whoever, depending on which thumbnail or which story makes it to the finale on the other side, I can see that one y'all are voting for, or well, you have your suggestion for, winning. That's if it doesn't get qualified on the first round during the fighting process. I still need to do research and scale. Because she's keeping her Whis DNA and all that. And she gets some extra perks being a Faunus as well. Because how I'm settling these matches for the first rounds is basically a fight 1v1 for each section. So for like I said, the first episode is going to be 2 stories made on what if female Deku was Surge and female Deku is Derpy. Then I'm going to have a theoretical audio fight described by me. And depending on which one has the better, stats, abilities, and all that, could win this. Like, the first one I've decided to do is in bracket A. And the next one after that is going to be, round 2 in bracket A. Just simply something with the Sun Ganwoo. Schnee family power, yes. She works with glyphs, and also she can summon a knight. I don't really know how to describe the knight. It's been a while since I've watched RWBY, so I don't know how she calls it. It is just spiritual energy, though, yeah. You know what makes this technically, it could be considered a death battle, I suppose. But what really makes this fight interesting for when I get to the 2, what if female Deku was an Inquisitor, Enforcer, and what if Whis was a Faunus and Blake's sister, is both of them are technically nearly the same thing. I'm sorry, what is that comment? What is that comment? I'm just seeing the... Oh yes, if you haven't... Grimm is going to give her a challenge of the very first episode, by the way. Of the Inquisitor one. Like, both of these characters have advantages and disadvantages that I'll get into during their what ifs. But if I mean this ever happens, I'm going to say now, if there's ever a tie between the rounds, like say for when I get to C bracket with the two what ifs I've mentioned several times, I'm going to leave up a voting for y'all, to where y'all decide what breaks the tiebreaker, who moves on. Because why not? Because if there's ever a tie in between where I can't scale these powers to a right, I may end it off in a tie and let y'all decide who wins. Because I cannot imagine to... Well, I could imagine it, either one, but if for some reason one ends up in a tie, y'all, the community, are going to be the tiebreaker. How do y'all like about that? Like, I think it's fair for about everyone that I let y'all be the tiebreaker if it comes down to a tiebreaker. So where y'all decide who wins. Tell me if that is a clever idea. Now, I know you're rooting for your Master Chief one to win. I will root for every single one on the board. I root for all what ifs. Now, will I sway over which one I root for the most? Yes, because it's really hard to decide. But I will root for every one of these to win. And, hey, if Master Chief makes it through his round, his category, you know... Oh, wait. I just realized Master Chief is going up against Ruby. Hey, Logan. Logan, you're going up against Master Chief. I just realized that. Wow. Oh, wow. I didn't realize Logan's what if and Aiden's what if will be going against each other. I just realized that. And whoever wins goes up against the winner of the one above it, which is going to be in the Ruby category, so... Really, that one's going to be a hard one to decide. Because I have to take account for her semblance, her silver eyes, but then again, Master Chief's experience could top. I gotta say, that one's gonna be a hard choice. I gotta say, it really depends what he can do against her silver eyes, which really is the category breaker there. Like, I can see Master Chief getting the upper hand into a hand-to-hand combat situation. And he definitely has superior long range and experience. Ruby, if she keeps at a distance with her weapon and uses her semblance, could get the upper hand on Master Chief, especially in an early fight. The only thing I can see that could give Ruby the win is definitely her speed and her silver eyes. Yes, I know very well that Ruby outspeeds Master Chief. Her speed is phenomenal and really fast. But then again, if you've watched Death Battles, you can tell speed is not everything. Because people that are slower have beaten people that are faster with experience before. I know you're gonna say the silver eyes only hurt the grim. I'm sorry, have you not seen Cinder? the Sin. Oh wait, oh, and the four maidens. Oh, then Master Chief is immune. Okay, so the only thing Master Chief would definitely have problem with is definitely mostly her speed. Oh, how could I forget about Cortana? Since Cortana is technically a helper, which is a chip in her suit, which, man, there's a lot to consider here. I will definitely consider when I get to y'all's what if verses. I'm going to have to take into a lot of things in account, but your 2 is going to be probably one of the most interesting fights that is going to be on this list. I'm going to say that right now. Like, it's going to be the most interesting fights I'm going to do, most definitely. I don't care who wins that fight, and moves on, but man, that's just going to be an interesting versus round. Oh, I also forgot to say, there's also going to be a can I do like AI generated battles? Unfortunately, no. I can do audio and all that, but unfortunately I can't put battles together. I'm not that good at animating. But there is also a loser's bracket I'm going to tell you all now. And I'm going to go ahead and announce what the winner of the loser bracket gets. Which I'm not actually going to hand anything out, but what y'all... Let me say, the winner of the loser's bracket gets to have the first submit their next story for the next tournament that I host. They're the first what if to be on the tournament. That's what the winner of the loser bracket gets. And if y'all think that seems fair for winning the loser's bracket, which I think it is, because I can't really give anything. So, if y'all think that's fair, tell me about it, because I think it's fair the winner of the loser's bracket would get like the first opportunity to get the first what if in. But I'm going to have definitely some fun making your thumbnails, and I will update later tonight to where the new tournament update, where y'all get to see y'all's thumbnails on there. But I gotta say, the amount of what ifs that have been recommended today, which is 4 now, by the way, has been pretty good. We could possibly get to 16 or, well, possibly 32. I don't think we're getting 32, though. Oh, and this is how I'm going to decide the losers. I think I'm just going to have it up for voting. The losers bracket is going to be pure on voting, I think. So, I think that's how I'm going to do the losers bracket. Unless y'all want to continue the fights in the losers bracket. Like, I'm fair game to do that. But that will be a decision after the winner bracket is decided. And also, I appreciate everyone in watching this and appreciates my what ifs. And every story that is commented. Because I will say, out of over a year now of doing these what ifs, when I started, it took me a while to get out of my comfort zone and make so many. To start doing daily uploads. And I'm going to start slowing down posting videos every day because of this tournament. So hopefully you'll still continue watching my videos. I know it's going to be a bit later for some of them to drop. In the next few days, there's going to be gaps in between video areas and all that. You're probably expecting a video this day. It's not going to show because I'm going to be focused on this tournament. I will still try to keep up daily, but maybe with this tournament, it's just going to be a little bit too much on me, to where I'm going to have to cut back on some continuing videos for a time to focus on this tournament. But I do appreciate everyone's the support. Thank you, Logan, Dragon, and Aiden. I really hope I'm saying your name right. Because I do have a tendency to mispronounce names. I've done it several times. I've done it during my what ifs, which makes it hilarious, by the way. But I will say it's an honor to do all y'all's what ifs. I'm just gonna say that. Because some of these what ifs, I guarantee I would have never come up with on my own. And that shows you how creative y'all are. Like, I try to be creative with this. I try to think of things no one else does. And y'all have blown my mind today. Oh, don't worry. I have that, like, typed down. And I will be making the thumbnail for yours and Aiden's tonight. For this tournament. Don't worry. I think I'm saying Aiden. I'm saying it right, aren't I? I think I am. If not, I will fix it the next time you pop up. Hopefully. Yeah, I think I'm saying it right. I think I'm saying it right. Where's it added? I really hope I'm saying it right. If not, I do apologize. I call people by their, channel names because, well, it's your channel name. Try to be respectful about stuff. Now, I will say it's an honor to do all y'all's what ifs. Like, even if y'all's don't win, I'm going to say this, all the videos, all the parts of this series are going to be posted, are going to be posted on my channel. So if you're worried, oh no, it's just going to show up in the tournament, it's not going to show up on this channel, it's going to show up on the channel, don't worry. So, after, I'm going to show all your what ifs on my channel after the tournament is over. So, I'm going to have all y'all saved, put on my channel, unless something happens, even though I can probably just use old footage to salvage it. I will post y'all's stories, recommend ideas, stories I do on the channel after the tournament. You don't have to worry about that. I've got y'all covered. This is probably my most, this is my biggest project I've ever done. So I really hope it turns out well. Hey, it's fine. Like, I honestly think your channel name is unique. Dragon is an interesting channel name. Like, I have, what was it? A friend of mine, Empower Gaming, doesn't really do what ifs like I do. He's more of a gaming channel and all that. I actually made my own story known as the Barrel War. I asked if he wanted to be in it. I asked a few subscribers during that time if they wanted to be in it. And it ended with a very bang, really. It was a slideshow series and everything. It's something I worked hard on. Do I have the time for that now? To make a slideshow series like that? With this tournament? No. Could I possibly make different thumbnails for different parts? Yes, I can. But I need to ask one question about my what if. Because the what if I'm in this tournament, depending if I'm changing up my thumbnail or not, do I need to add Kitsuname from the Sonic IDWL comics into my thumbnail? My channel is a year old at most. Yes, Master Chief does have a shield. I have to take into account his equipment too, by the way. But I really want to know, should I add Kitsuname, which is Surge's partner in the IDWL comics of Sonic? I don't know if I should add him or not. If I should, tell me in the comments before I end the live stream. I will change up my thumbnail maybe just a little bit. But it won't be noticeable until probably part 2 or something. Who knows? But anyway, thank y'all for coming and watching. Well, thank you for watching this live stream. And have a nice, well, day, night, wherever you are. Make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you have not already. And nope. I appreciate you all viewers for actually watching my content. Thank you. I know it's not the most interesting, but it surely is fun, and I appreciate the support. Thank you.